Thank you. Well, first I'd like to say Taiwan de Pengyo Ni Men Hao. So, absolutely. Last year was a tough year for the sector for a number of reasons. First, we think valuations were high after strong price performance in 2020. Second, the FDA rejected a fair number of drugs. We think it was due to disruptions at the agency from COVID-19. They diverted a lot of resources towards reviewing the COVID-19 vaccines and treatments and delayed the reviews of many other drugs. Further drug reviews require an on-site inspection of their manufacturing facilities, which was not possible due to travel bans. Third, there was a lack of M&A with the small and mid-sized biotechnology companies. We don't entirely know why, but we suspect that valuations may have been higher than what the large pharma and large biotechs were willing to pay. We believe all three of these trends are set to reverse in 2022. One, we are seeing very attractive valuations in many companies right now, which is a much better starting point for the year than what we were seeing 12 months ago. Two, the FDA should be mostly past the COVID disruption, and if the Omicron wave subsides shortly here, inspections may resume. Lastly, we believe M&A will ramp up. Again, valuations are much lower, and the situation for the large companies has not changed. They are cash rich and pipeline poor. They need to acquire pipeline products externally to meet their growth targets, and they continue to articulate to investors their strong desire to do M&A. Longer term, we continue to be impressed with the amount of innovation in the sector, particularly the new platforms like cell therapy, gene therapy, immuno-oncology, and mRNA therapeutics. So we're still very positive on the sector in both the short term and the long run. Biotechnology companies are typically valued on a discounted cash flow basis. So rises in interest rates could theoretically cause investors' estimates of their fair value to fall. We do see this happening with all companies, particularly growth companies, where a lot of the value comes from the outer years in the model. However, it has no practical impact on our investment process. We use a 10% discount rate to value all of our companies, which already factors in a substantial rise in interest rates. Further, when we build out our scenario analyses, the value of these companies is driven far more by whether or not the pipeline products work and our absolute revenue estimates, rather than small changes in the discount rate on those cash flow streams. In terms of M&A, the valuation compression that is being caused by this rise in rates and the recent volatility should actually stimulate M&A, if anything. Most large pharma companies have strong balance sheets and substantial cash flow and will not need the debt markets to finance their acquisitions. So this is not an obstacle based on what we're hearing from either the acquirers or the biotechnology companies. Yeah, we are taking advantage of the volatility to concentrate the portfolio into the stocks that offer the greatest opportunity for risk-adjusted return. At the margin, we've been moving away from the extremes, reducing our exposure to the mega cap names. These names have held up well in the volatility and are less attractive now on a relative basis. We've also shrunk the number of small cap names in the portfolio, as we do expect a very challenging financing environment in 2022. With the proceeds from both those moves, we have mostly been adding to existing holdings in the mid-cap range. These are stocks where we like the fundamentals, but the price has become substantially more attractive. The past 12 months has certainly been tough for the sector, but we are positioning for better times ahead. Again, we think a lot of the trends that impacted 2021 negatively, will reverse in 2022. And we're still very optimistic on the long-term outlook for this sector. There's a tremendous amount of innovation we're seeing, and we're seeing that flow down into the individual companies.
投资一定有风险，基金投资有赚有赔，申购前应详阅公开说明书。富兰克林华美投信独立经营管理。